okay, we've got this team environment when kids are young, when they need that sort of social support from a training standpoint, being in the team environment makes tons of sense. It's where they have the most fun, they get to socialize. The challenge, and I think it's why I recommend the 7th to 8th grade transition, is like once you make that jump to high school, and then really assumingly you're starting to make a decision about maybe what travel ball team you're playing on. Are you going to play for a team that plays nationally and you're going to travel a lot? Are you going to try this team and maybe this team next year? Is that your decisions about your training are no longer under a team umbrella. When you're making decisions of, am I going to play high school softball or not? Am I going to play for this travel team or this travel team? Now those decisions are about what best suits you, which means you have to be in charge of your player development. It is preparing you for that transition to college, where the system that you might enter in college may not be a player development system. It may not be. There are plenty of schools that don't follow a development model. They take players in their current form, make the best versions of themselves in that form, and they're not worried about year-to-year changes. That model is perfectly fine. But if you enter into that model not knowing your story, not knowing how to make decisions for yourself based on your own individual player development, and you're putting all of that responsibility and ownership on the team structure, you've got a mismatch. And so I think those decisions about player development look more individualistic, especially in the high school transition, because they have to be, especially as you start to get very split into your position. Now, pitchers are definitely something we kind of asterisk and set aside because that position's so unique to softball. But your decisions about player development have to become more individual as you get into high school, because now you're starting to see, okay, my high school team, maybe I go to a small high school and I'm going to be the best player on the team. I'm also the center on the basketball team or the middle hitter on the volleyball team. And I have all these different roles on my high school teams. I also have to make decisions about what's the best fit for me from a travel ball standpoint, camps, etc. So your decisions about player development have to be individual. They have to be individualized in order for you to be maximized. So you've got to take not the responsibility off the team environment, because those systems definitely have to match what you're seeking. But I think it also prepares athletes to better navigate a mismatch in their freshman year and have to enter the portal, right? You're making an individual decision for yourself, not for your team. And I think of any professional sport. You could be traded, moved, whatever, from one team to another. So the structure sure has to fit you, but your individual decisions about your player development are always consistent in that. Yeah. That's the most consistent piece of your training, are the individual decisions that you're making about how you train.